has one. It's a design feature on the Beignets, like James Bond wears. It has, this is called the crown, and it's got the helium escape valve here. This main. Yeah, that one you don't.
Well, maybe one day if I get skipping, I'll be 300
Don't lose those links, they're expensive.
that I do.
Do you have a nice watch case to put it in?
I'll get a box and I have my
Really?
What's up, man? How's it going?
See you, man.
All right, guys, let's get started. Welcome back from Thanksgiving break. I'd ask you if you had a nice Thanksgiving, but there's too many people in the room to answer me one by one.
And nobody's going to be publicly any family drama.
Right. True. Yeah.
Man, my sweet potatoes were so bad.
Said no one ever. Well, my Thanksgiving was really nice. It was nice to stay local. I didn't have to travel anywhere. My sister-in-law lives 5 minutes from us, so she hosted us, and it was great. I personally did not overeat, which is probably the first time in my life, so I'm very proud of that small thing. Yeah, I know. It's the one day a year, but it's not, because it sits with me for a week, and I don't feel good, and I'm really happy that I was able to hold myself back. And I had lots of leftovers, which is a plus of not overeating on the night up.
There we go.
So, welcome back. I am, we had I don't even know, almost an issue today with the speaker, but he's here. Breon, who a lot of you may know, because he's been around for quite a while. This is actually your second time presenting, I believe, which means it's been at least 6 months, because that's kind of the rule of 1 million cups. But before we get into any of that, I do want to point out the QR code on the screen. I know I say it every week, but there are some new faces in the room, and I want to explain why this is important. This QR code takes you to one of those Linktree pages, and there's a lot of things you can do from there. The first one is to check into 1 million cups. So 1 million cups is an organization that was started out of Kansas City by the Kauffman Foundation. I don't know if this number is accurate as of today, but I think that we are one of 111 communities across the country, and we all meet on Wednesday mornings. Not necessarily at the same time. In fact, during COVID, I was able to present at a 1 million cups on the East Coast and present at a 1 million cups on the West Coast, thanks to Zoom. So that was pretty cool, all in the same day. So they keep track of how many people show up to each community. They send us reports to say how many entrepreneurs we've been supporting in the regions. I feel like I might be in people's ways. Let me just keep moving around. So anyway, if you check in, that is important. The next thing on the list is to check into Launch Fayette. Again, for those of you that have not been here before, Launch Fayette is a small business incubator. It is the first of its kind here on the south side of Atlanta, and it is doing incredible things and growing by leaps and bounds. We are having a 1-year anniversary event, we'll call it, either late January, early February. We'll keep you posted on that. There are lots of programs that are going to be happening here, and I feel like now is probably the best time to let Valerie come up and talk about one of those programs.
Valerie's looking her to your beignets.
Beignets first.
Beignets,
So
beignets.
while you're taking your time, I do just want to shout out. So 1 million cups, their slogan is to caffeinate entrepreneurs every Wednesday. And I do want to publicly thank Beignets and Brew for providing us with that caffeine and plenty of sugar in those beautiful beignets back there. So please help yourself, and if you're in the Avenue, please stop by and say thank you, because we certainly do appreciate that from them each week.
Okay,
Come on.
so, for the ladies only, only the women in the room this applies to, on Saturday the 13th, we're going to have a clothing swap. in this building. So women are always changing sides in one direction or another, and we also always need new things professionally or new things personally, whatever. And this is one of the best events that we can have to sort of gather collectively, go through anything clean, that you just don't wear anymore. Bring it here. We're going to set up a couple rooms for changing rooms and for trying on. And then there are no rules at all. If you bring 2 items, you can take 20 home. It doesn't matter. And then all the remaining clothes, anything that is left at the end of it, I will take to Bloom so it goes to women who are in need. So there are a little more details to be had. If you think you would be at all interested in joining us for this, there's going to be a sign-up sheet that goes around. It says clothing swap. Please just give me your email address and I will send out all the details. But it's going to be Saturday the 13th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and you can come the whole time, in and out of that time, and it's just a wonderful way to gather and right before the holidays, and also to give a little something if you want to get it out of your house. So I'll start it over here. Once it gets past Karen, we can pass it back to the door guy because this group doesn't need to see it. But if you're at all interested, please give me your email address. That doesn't mean you have to come, but I will send out the information.
Awesome.
So I hope I'll see you all on the 13th.
Very fun. Well, Karen, I'm going to ask you to sign up for that later. I'm going to ask you if
Okay.
you would please come up. So another event that's happening here is our entrepreneur in residence, Karen Rands. She has published her second book, and I went and bought myself a copy on Amazon. Came fresh in the mail, and I'm going to ask her to please sign it for me. But the reason I'm asking her to do this is because she is doing a book signing on Wednesday.
Tonight.
Tonight, Wednesday. It's tonight, and I know that I can't come, so I'm getting the first signature. So if you would, please.
That's awesome.
And then, you want to give some details about that. I think it's 5:30 here, and then she's having a little get-together. You tell. I don't want to invite people to your house.
Yeah.
Although I do think that's the plan.
That's some people.
Okay.
I don't have 50 people.
Okay.
It's
Well,
all
I mean,
right.
there's an event, right?
But yeah, no, it was a invite. Okay. Hello. So, but tonight we're having pizza and tea and lemonade here, 5:30 to 7 for a book signing, and Steve's going to ask me a few questions about the history of the book, why I wrote it, what it's about. And just to kind of give you guys a head up, the title is Inside Secrets to Crowdfund Investing. Follow Jane's journey. See how a new generation builds wealth with purpose, passion, and profit.
Ooh.
And so here's the thing. Steve and Dave, Dave Conti and I, and Jason's been a little bit a part of it because he's been on part of us kind of brainstorming on some of this. And so one of the things that most people don't know about, and you think about this, if you could invest in something that was proven over time to be 3 times more profitable than the things that you are told every day, real estate and stocks, wouldn't you want to know about it? And that is what angel investing is. And now crowdfund investing is the on-ramp for people that don't have the same kind of money, they're not millionaires, but they want to start to invest the way millionaires do. So we're working on creating awareness. The reason why you don't know is aware. You don't know aware. People just don't know about it, right? And the second thing is they don't have the tools and the education. So I'm solving that problem. The first step was this book, which is anybody can do it kind of a thing. You don't have to have an MBA. You don't have to have $1 million. You can be just a regular working class person, having your own business, and you can learn how to invest this way in the businesses in our community. And so that next year when we have Launch Fayette and the Startup Fayette business plan competition, those companies can actually get some money from our community, right, to invest in them. So in January, we're going to be kicking off a series of in-person classes. I have a digital training platform, and this book was the first piece of the awareness to be like, yeah, I didn't know I could do that. How do I do that? Because it's told in a story through Jane with a lot of how-tos. So you'll hear more about that tonight. Hope you're able to come at 5:30. And if not, then there'll be other events around the county that you can plug into. And of course, I'm here most Wednesdays.
Yeah. Well, thank you. If you want to take it to finish, that's fine. Because I expect an essay, so.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Let's see, next slide. Yeah, Artisans at the Avenue is still rolling along. We've got another fun weekend planned this weekend. The hours are back to 4 to 8, 10 to 8, and 12 to 6. And I hope that if you're looking to really, truly shop local, like all of us are posting on our Facebook feeds that we should support local, that you'll come and support these local vendors who are putting aside a lot of time to be there for you, and that's not even including all the effort they've put in to actually make the things that they're looking to sell. So please check that out. I'm not posting who the vendors are on the website, but we are featuring them on social media. So if you just follow us, Artisans at the Avenue, on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see some preview of some of the stuff to expect.
And Jason, I think
Yes.
it's also really, for people to understand, it's not like all art that you hang on the wall or whatever. There's a lot of like jewelry, there's a great, amazing things that are very affordable to be really good Christmas gifts, but there's also bakers there. So they're baking amazing fresh goods. If you have anything to do this holiday week, or this holiday season, you can go get some freshly baked good from an individual who's, running a small business.
Out of our local community.
There's also like a chill area, which is so cool. You get your coffee, go there, chill, and
Come
you
sit.
meet new people.
Yeah.
Because Jason had to bring his.
I took one of the
Right.
couches from the Nexus. I
Yes.
brought it over so that people could actually
It's
sit.
like a mini Nexus.
Yeah, a mini Nexus in the back. Yeah, exactly. But to that point, there is fine art hanging on the walls as well, and some of it, all of it, is amazing. They're very different in style. So you come in and look at fine art, come in and look at some of the artisan goods and some of the big stuff.
Can I add something, in case just people were clear?
Yeah.
There will be books to buy tonight at the event, hardback and paperback. You don't have to try to rush and get it from Amazon in a day.
In a day,
Okay?
in an hour.
In an hour, so yeah, we have books.
I feel like I was going to say one more thing about artisans, but I just went to the next slide. So I just mentioned that I stole a couch from the Nexus. So the Nexus, in case you're wondering, is a place where I invite creative thinkers to come together and have meaningful conversation. That's really what it comes down to. I had the opportunity yesterday. There were some people who had Trilith credentials on, but they were working over on the set, on the stage side. And they must have been coming over to get lunch at Hanna Brothers Studio Cafe, but the cafe wasn't open yet. So they were just kind of like wandering around, and they were trying to get back into the hallway where the Nexus is, which you're not allowed to do unless you have credentials. But they did have credentials, they just didn't know where they were going. So of course, as I do, I started chatting them up and telling them about the Nexus, and I opened the door to show it to them, and they were like, wow, this space is so beautiful, what do you do in here? And all I could say is, well, we don't really get a lot of work done. It's not really the place you come to put your head down and focus, right? It's the kind of place you come where you expect to be inspired by the person next to you. You end up in conversations that lead to collaborations, and what we really want to do is harvest that, right? So I started putting together these events, at one event every day. So Mindful Monday, Camilla leads us in a meditation. I'm hoping that we start something on Tuesdays. I don't want to say anything because it hasn't been officially figured out yet. Workshare Wednesdays, Tim Visconti, who's usually part of this community in the morning, he leads us in an AI building class. Like, we are there with our laptops building AI solutions to the problems that we have in our daily lives and our work. It's quite amazing. Thought Lab Thursday, just come sit around the table and let's talk about something big, right? I don't know that I have anything specific to reference from those days, but they're great conversations. And then Flex Fridays just means it's open to whatever you want it to be. Last, I think, is my other company, Pixel Partner Digital. So for those of you that know me, Jason Hunter Design is a full-service digital marketing company that started almost 25 years ago, and I'm very proud of the work that we do there, but it is not the kind of company that is suitable for all. And if you don't know me, I have a heart for all. So I created Pixel Partner Digital as a way to help small businesses at a very affordable price point get a professionally built website. And the biggest hurdle in that is content, because the client was still expected to create their own content. But with Tim's help, I have built a custom GPT that now talks to you in conversation with the goal of creating the output for all of the content that's going to go into the specific template that you chose when you signed up. So I'm excited about that. It's not publicly live yet, but if anybody wants to play around with that, it's I can share the link, and it's a lot of fun actually. I've kind of enjoyed that. So I encourage you to check that out. And someone actually had texted me and said, what was the link to that site that you did? I couldn't remember it. So it's pixelpartnerdigital.com if you want to check it out. Or of course you can just text me and ask too. And that leads me to today's presenter, Breon. Welcome back. Come on up. I need a minute to get you set up over there, but you're going to hit the down arrow to advance in your slide. Okay. All right.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Y'all make some noise for Jason and this 1 million cup platform. It's been 6 months for me. When I first came here, this was like my first time pretty much in the Fayette area. And a lot has changed. I got married.
I did not know that.
Yeah. We went to Malta, which was in Italy. It was awesome. One of the amazing thing that happened the other day while I was with my wife was I was sitting at the counter. She had just cooked. And I received a phone call. Phone call went like this. Hey, if I come right now, can you guys take my picture? Who is this? And I started getting a smile on my face, because you know what that meant was this person potentially came from Google reviews, right? Or Google. So I'm like, oh my God. After showing up to these networking events, investing in conferences, paying for training, my Google platform, online platform, is generating leads for me at this moment. What do you think my reaction was?
Sure. I can take
Sure.
the picture.
Emotionally, how did I feel after my first? I was what?
Excited.
What does excited look like?
Like what you're doing now.
So she said, woohoo, anybody else got an excited? Actually, let me ask you this. How did you feel when you got your first Google review?
I was proud.
What does proud look like? In your quiet time, if nobody else was around, what did it look like?
Oh, I got the shower.
You got the shower?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was something like this, what you did, right?
You can have here.
Oh, there we go. I like that. Y'all just seen that movement? I love the fact that this room is full of also other photographers, right? Because this movement, that excitement, my goal as a photographer in Synergy Studios is to take this ideology, that emotion, and talk to that microphone internally and help people start getting that excitement internally for themselves, so that when I'm trying to get an external image, it will come with this type of emotion. I'm not just a photographer. I help people change their states so I can capture that and show other people the best sides of them. Is that okay? Yeah? So, last time I presented, I got a lot of flack for this logo. And I spent a lot of money on trying to change that. But this morning, I felt in my spirit that I did the right thing by keeping it. Why? Because this doesn't have a camera right here. This is a microphone with an energy sound. Why is that important? Because my goal is not so much to take your picture, but to change the energy inside of you so that I can help you create a good image. That's what Synergy Studio is about. There we go. And I'm going to do my ads up front. If you learn anything, if you inspired, I'm just simply asking you to leave me a Google review. All right, these were the objectives that I got feedback from the last time that I spoke at 1 Million Cups. A lot of them were talking about updating my business cards, refining my core focus. I was kind of all over the place. I said I wanted to do photos and videos, and I would do this birthday party. I would do this, that, and the other, right? So that was some feedback that I got. And then they was talking about when I pitch at conferences, just talking to people that like doing headshots for conferences, different things. I got a lot of great ideas, right? So after that, I went and looked at my business. Did I stop doing everything? No, but I did stop promoting that I did everything, right? So, of course, you know, anybody, like when you're in your downtime, like if I don't have anything going on, yes, I will shoot your baby birthday party. I'll take that extra $400, right? That's what I'm saying if I don't got nothing to do. But what my main focus is events. I shoot corporate events and business events. One thing about my photography that I would say that sets me apart from other people is when I'm in a space, I'm looking to capture an image that makes me feel alive if I was to see it. Like if I'm going into a room, why would you hire Synergy to come capture your event? It's because Synergy also brings the energy to the event so that we can create these type of images that you want to post on your social media or your website. I specifically put this image in there because if I hadn't spoke at 1 Million Cups, I wouldn't have shot this event. Thank you to Leticia.
And I would say that the top
Just,
right one.
oh yeah, the top right one as well.
That was from the Nexus Art Show.
The Nexus Art Show. Yeah, I can definitely say speaking at 1 Million Cups definitely changed the direction of my business, and it definitely helped me be more profitable as well, as you'll see in the later slides. Another thing from coming to this event, right? By the way, Leticia was like, there's Breon, my competitor. I thought that was funny because it's really more of a collaborator.
We are.
My business wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for her. She turned me to a lot of business, and she also turned me to another framework of photography that I also use in my business now, which is real estate photography. Prior to 1 Million Cups, I had never shot a house seriously, but now I know the right angles. I know how to tell the story of your home so that when you put it on the MLS, people are willing to come and visit and potentially buy your house, right? I know how to do that. But Bree, I thought you wasn't doing I thought you wasn't so jaded. I thought you had focused what you're doing. I'm gonna get to that, right? Next type of photography is I do action shots to help you tell the story of your business. Like, what is it like sitting in your doctor's office, being one of your patients? Are you going to break things down to me? You got an image to tell your clients. Yes, I do that, right? If you are in a lawyer's office, like what is it like to walk me through a contract? You don't have to explain that to them because you have a visual image that does that for you. Make sense? Yes. I still got y'all good? Yeah. All right, there we go. And then I do headshots.
There's Kiwi.
Yeah.
There is Kiwi. It's a good photo, right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
She looks mean. Very serious.
Fierce.
Fierce, yeah.
I like that word.
One thing that most of the people on this photo had in common, on this slide had in common, was when they walked into my studio. I'm sure the other photographers in the room can probably even finish this statement. They walked in the studio and said, "I don't take
Good pictures.
There we go. I love people like that. I love people like that because you have an internal. They're in a fight with themselves. This is what I'm thinking as a photographer. They are in a fight with themselves because part of them is saying that they don't take good pictures, but they're walking into a studio, which means there's somewhere in there there's a little bit of hope. That's all I need. That's all I need. I take that platform of hope and I design a framework that highlights the beautiful parts about them. This is Rhonda Taylor, a state representative.
Beautiful photo.
Right? I would even say she took horrible pictures. But it's because people didn't know how to tap into her light. And her light wasn't with lights. It was the fact that she enjoyed going to the Pitons on her vacation. And that was her happy place. And in her photos, I needed her to think about that instead of all of the bad experiences that she had standing in front of somebody else's camera. Make sense?
Yeah.
Jermaine, same way. I just creating an amazing environment where people feel their best, and if you feel your best, more times than not, you'll take better pictures. So I was like, okay, Bree, you was at 1 million cups. They told you to focus. You doing this, and this. You doing how do you just narrow what you do to actually add extreme value to a client? I'm a creative. I like being all at it and doing all of this, right? But as a business owner, that doesn't help somebody understand how you can serve them if you're in all of these different directions. So what I decided to do was to take all of the elements that I do photograph and create some what? It's an S word. Create some what? Ooh, you good. So the fact that I do real estate photography, the fact that I do headshots, and the fact that I also cover events, which helped me capture action, right? For a business owner that has a brick and mortar, which is what? It's an R word. Retail. There we go, right? A business owner has brick and mortar, which is real estate. They also need a great headshot because if they're like me, they probably gonna be speaking in front of groups, and they probably need an image to put up on a screen, right? And then they also need action shots to go on their websites and things of that nature. So I created this product called a Content Day, where they pay one price and they get all of those things in 4 hours. Right? That way, they have 3 to one of my clients turned my 3 months worth of content into 6 months of content because she spread it out how she posted. In this Content Day, I also do video, but I'm not a videographer. Let me say that. But I do like the talking head videos. Those are simple. And I have a strategic way to do that makes it very
breezy.
Breezy. There you go. You gave me that. He said working with me is easy breezy. You know?
Easy breezy with Breon.
Yeah, easy breezy with Breon. I love that. So I created the Content Day. I brought everything together. 4 hours you spend with me, and then when you're able to basically transform your online presence. And I also developed these 10 steps because I've gotten photos back and I was like, okay, now what do I do with this? It's a nice picture. I posted it on my Facebook. Am I supposed to do more with these things? So I got this 10-step process of what you should do, a checklist of what you should do once you receive your images back. Y'all think that's a good idea? Y'all like that 10-step process? If you do like that 10-step process, right, you can go to my Instagram. I posted it up there. You can screenshot it, download it. If you send me a DM, I'll send it to you. So, because if you've worked with amazing photographers in the past and you got images, these are ways that you can get the best ROI out of those photos. Yeah. So my Content Day, and this is I actually create this form for my clients when they book in a Content Day because I just want it to be like really simple, and I also know that it could run over time if we don't have everything kind of itemized out, you know. So this is an example of the Content Day, right? I sent them a mood board of the type of images that we're gonna create, the real estate photo, the action shots, and then the headshot. You get all of these things plus the videos in my package.
Did you meet her at 1 million cups?
I did not.
No?
But I found out, I met her at, she's a part of my power core.
Okay.
Yeah. She came, I think I was helpful in bringing her.
Yeah, she's been here a few times and
Yeah.
presented, and I wasn't sure when you
Yeah.
did these.
She did a good job too, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah. So, all right. He told me to present my numbers. It's a little weird doing this. But before I came, I wasn't really making much money. Photography was something I said I did, but I really wasn't doing it. Like when a job came up, I was ready. I actually didn't have the type of equipment that I needed to actually do the work that I needed to do, right? But this year, I've reached 21,000 in profit from my photography business.
Great.
Good job.
And what do I want to say about it?
You can do more, a lot more.
No, I can't. I do want to say this, right? Like I do want to say this, that I know that I can do more, but if there's anybody out there that was like me, who was sitting back wondering where the leads was gonna come from, just wondering how they was gonna grow their business, and if it was even possible, like where could they go to actually get people that want to do business with them, I want to let you know it is possible. One thing that I learned from this space and also Power Core was you just got to keep showing up. And I don't believe that there is competition for real. Like I truly believe that whoever is for you, and if you move like that, you're going to attract more people to you. I learned that from you. She's a beautiful person, and she takes amazing images. So
Second that.
yeah, Second that, right?
Thank you.
So yeah, that was my presentation.
Great job. I love when a presenter sets us up with their ask at the beginning, right? So he told us right up front, if you feel inspired, please leave him a Google review. Obviously, if you haven't been photographed by him, then your Google review will be more about the energy that he brings, which is clearly undeniable. The link, the QR code is there. If you feel inspired, go for it. But I am going to ask the question, what can we as a community do for you, other than leave you a Google review?
Okay.
What is your roadmap to take that 21,000 and turn it into 211,000?
There we go. That's good. I just want to start out saying, by the way, I'm grateful for this community. Something that I heard is when I'm not in the room that people feel good about me, like they talk well about me, and I don't take that for granted, and I'm very appreciative of that. And what I would ask is that you keep doing that. if you hear of anybody that like has a marketing company, for example, and they have consistent clients that have websites or need headshots, man, I know a guy that got some synergy. He would be great for you, right? It's a breeze working with him. His name is Bree. If you know any other photographers that are looking for leads or that need any extra hands on their shoots, I would love to work with them. I think that's what potentially sets me apart from other people as well, is that I'm really great with going into an operation that's already running and feeling like I've already been there. Like Jason said, I've been coming a long time, but 6 months not really that long, but it feels like I have like long relationships because they're quality, you know what I mean? And I think that's something that I bring to the table. So if you know anybody that has events, I would love to be a vendor for them.
A secondary ask is that I overheard earlier, is that Breon and his wife are looking to move to the Peachtree City area.
Yes.
He's specifically looking for a duplex.
Yes.
I know there's probably a realtor in the room, although I'm not positive. But if anybody knows anything about that and wants to help him out there, it'd be great to have him close by.
I want to get a little bit more specific with that ag too. So we're looking for a property that can create some passive income.
Right.
So
House hack.
we want to house hack it, right? So even if it's a property with ADU in the back, and we're looking for something that we can create a little bit of forced value. So if it's a little older, where we got to do some renovations, we would like that. So realtors, other photographers that do motivate if you know somebody with a house you think they're ready to sell, that's a duplex, please let me know. Yeah.
I'll help you out with that. I got a referral for you.
There we go.
My wife's an agent.
Okay. Amen.
Yay.
I just want to do a little testimonial because we met one day. The next day, Breon came to do a project with me, and everybody was so happy to have him there. And your energy is amazing, and you delivered like beyond what anybody expected. And then we did it over and over.
Yeah.
So your personality, your excellence in how you do things, just like. I couldn't say more about you, and I'm so glad that we met, and I'm so proud to see you 6 months later. It's amazing. Congratulations where you are, and it's amazing. I just love it.
Thank you.
Do you want thoughts from us about any of this?
I would love it. Yeah, y'all to help me. I mean, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Well, I heard the phrase "synergy brings the energy,"
Yeah.
and I don't see that in your marketing. And I
Okay.
really love that phrase. I mean, because it isn't just about taking pictures.
Mm-mm.
It's about putting, and so I don't know if that's going to be part of your core brand, that synergy brings the energy, but to me, that spoke to me right away when you said it.
Yeah, that's definitely something like me and my wife is planning. We want to do events. I don't know if they're educational events. I don't know. I'm just really trying to like mull it over and see how we could do this. But it's something I'm thinking about for sure. I don't know how. You got any ideas like what?
Well, so two things. First off, if whatever phrase you use, like I have literally 11 versions of my logo,
Okay.
and one of them has my website under it, and one of them has the core phrase of my company under it. And so if whatever you use, like use your logo in very effective ways. Try to put it on your slides so that your logo is in the corner of every slide. So I want to talk about Samaria for a minute.
Samaria, she's off.
Because she has a role where I imagine a lot of photography is needed in the job that she does.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something.
Samaria is my wife, by the way, for those that don't know.
Mediocre, privileged people toss jobs to the people in their circle.
Okay.
And people who are fighting an uphill battle don't feel that they have as much opportunity to do that. And I don't know how much you two work together, how much she tells her clients. By the way, I have the world's best photographer available to you. But that seems like something that might be an opportunity as well. That I would like. She is so exceptional.
Yes, she is.
I think she may be, I don't want to say that, I know she has her business to do and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but you guys are such a power couple.
Thank you.
Now, going back to, you have the 10-step process of what to do with your pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of business owners see that list and are like, great, I should be doing that. And then they stuff the pictures in a file and they never do it. There are companies, and I can introduce you to one, that have overseas VAs that work for very reasonable rates. And you might be able to add that as a done-for-you service for your clients, where here's the 10 steps you can take with these pictures. Or if you want, we have people who can do these 10 steps for you for $12 an hour. And then you're paying less than that to have somebody who is doing it. And it's a good economic cycle. You're making something, people who live in other areas where that is a good amount of money are making something, and your clients are getting something done for them that they otherwise couldn't do on their own.
That's good.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
And I'll introduce you to people who have
VAs.
access to the overseas VAs.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely need that because also, I feel like even the Google leads could be formed through something where the VAs are like taking care of that as well. So I really would like to be able to just shoot, honestly. So I'm definitely working on that. Some feedback I got last time was I also need to have like other vendors. So I have somebody doing my editing. I don't edit the photos anymore because I don't like to do that. Right? I just like to shoot and be personable with people. So I do appreciate that and definitely heard that loud and clear. Thank you.
All right. I love your energy. You do got that energy going with you.
There we go.
All right, so the only thing I'm missing is I don't know your prices.
There we go.
Yeah, you know, so I would like to know your prices, and I want to know if the profit is after you pay yourself, or is the profit based around the profit of the whole entire company?
Okay. Definitely a whole entire company. I'm still I'm in need of accountant, CPA, stuff like that. I'm a creative, for real. And all the creators know what that means. I paid my bills and that's what I got you on that, for sure. Prices.
I love the idea that you had, the fact that you had so much growth in the past year. I love that. And I want you to think about your different income streams.
Okay.
So I see that content day as being one that you can build on for this year. And I want to know, have you planned for next year? Do you have your dates already set aside? Can we schedule that? What can we expect for you for 2026?
Yeah, so I am definitely pushing more content days for the next year. And a content day isn't where I set the date and then you come. A content day is, hey, do you have this day available on your calendar, Bree? I would love to get my content for this quarter or the next 2 quarters.
So you're doing a 101.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought it was a workshop, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Maybe I just gave you something.
Did anybody else think it was a workshop?
Yes, I did.
You did too? Oh wow. No, oh you did? Okay. That's good. I could tell more. I could get more descriptive about that. For
No,
sure.
I'm saying that might be another stream of income for you.
You saying do a workshop?
Do a workshop.
Yeah.
12 people, 4 hours, and you set them up by 30-minute breaks. You got to do the 12 hours of the day, and you just set them up 30-minute breaks, so hour breaks.
The TC, we need to be doing some
Let's
content.
do it. I'm in.
Matt too. Yeah.
So, well, along those same lines, like some places, like
That's
service
good.
providers
Thank you.
that don't have a retail location.
Say it again.
Service providers that don't have a retail location, content creators that don't have a retail location to shoot a building,
Yeah.
right? So, you know, you should go to Trilliff Guest House and you arrange that you're gonna do stuff in there, sitting on the couches and things like that, walking around outside. So you do the same thing, but you catch them in a, you know, a great
The space,
environment.
yeah, exactly. You're right. For that too, if you don't have a brick and mortar, we have an amazing studio in Tyrone that we got access to. So we actually can set up environments like that where we can shoot you in the space.
I kind of have 2 questions.
Okay.
I heard you mention leads earlier.
Yeah.
I'm on your website and on your social media.
You say you build websites?
No, I'm on your website and
Okay.
and your social media
Okay.
pages. And it's in the room, you brought everything with you, but all your social media and your website is flat.
Okay.
So if I didn't have this kind of rapport, have this opportunity with you in this room, if I'm looking at your website, it doesn't entice me.
In what way?
It's just really flat. It just shows pictures. You're full of energy. Nothing about this website says Bree or Synergy or anything. It just says, I'm a photographer that takes pictures of events. And that's one and a dime. Also with AI, I hate to be the like app because, you know.
I'll do your thing. I like this and that one.
With AI, if someone was to take their image and plug it in and say, do me a XYZ, it'll do the same thing. So you're not selling photography, you're selling a story, you're selling personal. I'm here, I bring everything with me, but your website doesn't show me that. So if it's a way for you to get that on a page for somebody who's not in this room, who haven't met you personally, or if I give someone a lead, say, hey, I know this great guy, and the first thing they do is go to your site, those things don't correlate.
Yeah.
So I met you in person, and I'm already like, ooh, what can I do to get him involved with my company or my business? Because we have a little area for marketing, and so I'm like, ooh, but had I just went to this site, that wouldn't entice me to book you or have you come out, because it doesn't show those things. It shows cookie cutter pictures. It really doesn't bring any of your personality to the site. That's just my observation.
That's good. That's good. I do want to address something you said about AI. Everybody is like, oh my God, as photographers, like afraid that these images can generate like pictures and stuff like that. At a time I was, until I actually got out and started doing my business, and I seen how like people are attracted to authenticity. Like Ms. Green said, right? She said that she could tell when she reads people's like text or look at their photos, and they can see that images are auto-generated. And it's like, it's one less separation from wanting to do business with somebody, because you already kind of got a little fear when you add something new to your plate. It's like AI is just that extra thing that like would keep you away from doing business with somebody. But I actually bring a product that's more authentic and true, as well as the way that I go about doing my service. It pulls out more of your truth. So, and then just about the flatness of my website, I definitely appreciate your observation. There is a space where I do want my images to speak like the energy that I bring, right? There's a place in my mind where I don't want to be the one that's like the mascot of my business. Right now I am, but I do want my website to kind of build that. And so that's definitely a work in progress. I definitely appreciate your statement on that. It's good.
Okay, so I loved it when you said how everyone walks in and is like, I don't take good pictures, right? Because I would be one of them. I'd be like, yeah, I don't take good pictures at all. But I think, Valerie was saying something about like synergy brings the energy, and I'd say for great photos. But we can play on that too. I'm just sitting here scribbling like synergy, your authenticity makes great photos. So like your job is to pull out their authenticity so that they actually have great photos. So we want to kind of tie that in that like, no, you can actually have really good photos. I help you do that by pulling out, by synergizing your authentic presence yourself. That using these words all in your messaging.
Yeah, I like
whether
it.
it's a tagline or what, but I think helping people understand that you can actually have fabulous photos.
Okay. You can.
The good photos. Synergy produces us. Yeah. The good photos already inside.
And you do take amazing photos too.
Well, I've had it really good.
Yes, you do. I was telling her, your eyes are these. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Talking about the flatness of your social media.
Yeah.
Already what you can do is take this video that you get a copy of.
Yeah.
And although you don't like to do editing of it, you have a friend, someone that can actually edit this for you.
Yeah.
And put snippets of this onto your website as well. And that'll start giving more life, because your energy will then show up in video on your sites.
Yeah. I want to say that, and I'm not trying to sound cocky, I can make amazing like content. I can do this. Like I've done it. And I'm glad you said that, because my next statement was I have done this. Right? I built prior to this, I built a brand called Expeditors. I was a guy in a cargo van delivering freight. I went from 1 to 10,000 in like 6 months on social media, right? I know that my capacity for building this business, though, I can't there's a certain amount of people I could take at one time before I have all my stuff together. So my website, my social is growing with me. Does that make sense?
Yes,
absolutely.
And I do appreciate the word of mouth flow that I got to that number. And also I know that there's I'm thinking about that house I'm trying to get. There's some equity there, right? That once I turn on those other metrics in my business, it's gonna make a whole lot of sense. But there's some foundational stuff that I gotta get together so that my business don't break, right? That's what you're telling me? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So like with the content, when I do turn that flip on, we gonna be ready for you, you know what I'm saying?
Well, first off, I think it's very smart not to get your marketing ahead of your product. I've been in a lot of companies where they got their marketing ahead of their product, and then suddenly they're letting everybody down.
I didn't even know that terminology, but yeah, I ain't trying to get my marketing ahead.
But if you're building up that bank of content, you showed the state representative with this beautiful photo.
Yeah.
I hope that you have a camera pointed at her at some point where she's talking about what it was like to work with you, and then you can cut together a little 30-second video of her talking about working with you, and then we're seeing the old pictures, and then we're seeing the pictures that you created, and I think that's going to be extremely powerful, and you get a dozen of those, and suddenly I'm 3 in, and I'm like, this is the guy I want to work with. He took bad pictures and made them into good pictures. And one more tiny thing, the Fayette Chamber of Commerce big fundraising casino night is December 11th, which is I think Tuesday, and I think they're having a silent auction. I don't know, David's in the room.
He's not, but that sounds right.
I think there's a silent auction. If there's a silent auction, get the content day. I mean, I don't want to give away your time, but if you donate one of these content days and you put up a little sheet that describes it really, really well and really effectively and how amazing it is, you can donate that to the silent auction. That means everybody, and look at who's in the Fayette Chamber of Commerce. I mean, everyone who's at that event is going to see that advertisement and decide whether they bid on it or not. And you can put value of, whatever you charge for that day on there, so that people at least, that's a
video piece is what I'm definitely encouraging you to do, and making sure it's blended with what you do, which is the photography piece.
Yeah.
Because that content day, when I thought content day, I thought
Video,
video for social media. Right?
You do get that. And I do want to definitely hit on the fact that I am great. I do good videos, right? Like I do create great content with videos. But I do want to push the fact that photography has a place. I think even me, I had to come to a realization that like what I do will and still always have value. There are verticals that video cannot touch. These products that you got in your hand, or the things that you are wearing, they had to be printed on. These two-dimensional images have a place in the real world. So there's definitely a space for video, which would social media and things that you have to have like a certain like technology to play, your cell phone, things of that nature. But there's a real space for two-dimensional images, especially in marketing and in sales. And the types of relationships that I've been building lately, especially like Power Core, different things, they demanded that I had a business card. Prior to being a part of that, and the people I was trying to do business with, I didn't have a business card. I didn't feel like I needed it because I had a digital business card. But what I tell you is when I bought that physical business card, I start getting way more business, right? So it's a thing there's a lot of people definitely making money on social media, but guess what? There's also people that ain't on there making a killing, right? So I'm definitely in a great position where I'm standing in both spaces because I do understand that and I can translate the other side as well. Hope that helps. Yeah.
I just want to say, and I see this and hear this regularly here. To stand up there and present is great. To stand and get the feedback is always great as well too. But I would just encourage you to chew the meat and spit the bones. Like at the end of the day, whoever stands up there, it's your business, and it's your work and it's your passion. So don't feel like you got to stand up there and defend what you're doing or what stance you take or what lane you're going down. Take the critique, chew the meat and spit the bones, and go on about your business. I don't think it makes you less receptive or whatever, but you know what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? I might get up there. I do barbecue day in and day out. So one might think I need to be doing
chicken and dumplings.
And I keep on doing my barbecue. Yeah. So I'm just saying, man, don't feel like you got to stand up there. The fact of the matter is, you might not want to do video or push that. If that's what it is, that's what it is, you know, or not push it right now. So just don't feel like you got to defend yourself.
And then also, like, another thing with that is other photographers will tell you there's more upside on photography when it comes to like monetization. You can get, I haven't got into this part of my business, but like you can get residuals. You can get residuals from those still images. So it's definitely the like space I'm going in, and I'm a good photographer. Like so.
Hey, Bree. I just want to say to you, man. First off, let's pause for a moment. I think everybody here, let's just look at where you came from and where you are. That in and itself is amazing. And I'm not, no disrespect to anybody. Everybody had great opinions, and it's all valuable to some degree. All you can do is take one step at a time, right? One thing that kind of annoys me personally when it comes to business, there's a million things you can always do.
Yeah.
And the more you try to do everything, the least you get done. Just figure out what's most important. What's the next thing that can take you to the next place that you're trying to go, and focus on that. If it's photography, let it be photography. If it's scaling your business to allow yourself to only do what you love to do, outsource everything else. And I mean, you know, I focus on mindset and resilience, and so a lot of things for me is really just how you think.
Exactly.
We all become limited based off of the ideas that we accept. Everything in this world is a figment of our imagination, right? Like, we create what we say is true, and whatever you believe and you act on, you can get. So just focus on your lane and what's most important to you. I say pull back some. Everything isn't that important right now.
Yeah.
Just what's the next thing that you can do to get you where you're trying to go? And I promise you, by isolating that one thing, it'll be a lot more clear, you'll accomplish it a lot quicker, and you'll feel better in the process. So that would be my recommendation.
I've been following your social media, by the way, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I met him at Henry. I live in McDonough. I met him at the Henry County Chamber. So, yeah, congrats. I'm proud of you, bro.
I appreciate it. Same.
I just want to 100% reinforce what he just said.
Okay.
Like, what you did since your last presentation, episode 1 of Breon, to episode 2 of Breon. Like, we're excited to see episode 3, but you only get to episode 3 by continuing to do what you did between episode 1 and 2, which is, number 1, hustle. Because all the ideas in the world ain't worth shit if you ain't gonna move. So you gotta move, which you are doing, so keep doing that. And then number 2 is what he said, just different words, triage. You got a million things you can do now. Which comes first?
Yeah.
What do you want to focus on? And that's something Leticia is helping you with. So keep listening to her. So you've got people in your life you've already identified as good people to listen to.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it. And then the last thing, my own little thing, I think you should quit doing photography and start like preaching or something. Like, I don't know, like instead of shooting kids' birthday parties, talk at kids' birthday parties or something. I don't know, but I think you might have missed your calling. Yeah.
Good one.
Oh, yeah. So one of the things is, you don't want to get into the whole thing of actually doing professional videos. Some of the places that I've seen photographers, and what they do is that they just grab the client's phone and they do a 30-second, then walking into where they're going to be taking their picture, you know, and then they like do something like, then they turn and they smile with whatever, you know, kind of a thing, and then it's on their phone. They go to their Instagram and go, hey, I just had a great photo shoot with, right? And so they're sharing it from their phone as a thing that they can blend in with their pictures if they want. So it's like just a little sizzle reel that they will share, because I've done the same thing, right? It's not part of my package. It's just, you know, each location, there's some kind of in-action thing that's on their phone for them to go and share on to their friends and stuff like that, because they're excited. When they're done, they're like super excited, and they love to have that on their phone to do it right away.
Yeah. I agree. That's good.
I came in late, so if you covered this early, sorry.
Like your jacket, by the way.
It was piggybacking off of 2 questions, and you said something really interesting. So there's a question around the business plan and scale, and not that you deflected it, but you kind of said, hey, I got it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you mentioned something about the residual value of photos versus video.
Yeah.
Can you expand on that for me? Or how you view that?
I don't know if I can speak super educatedly about it, but I can say that there are situations where people are paid like monthly, almost like a song for a photo. See what I'm saying? Royalties, yeah. So you can make royalties off of photos. There are websites, Getty images, stock images, yeah.
So I would challenge you to think about that term of residual value. So if you're trying to build a recurring revenue.
Yeah.
And again, this was part of the earlier, my bad. But if you're building recurring revenue, single instance projects, these project-based work that you're doing, video can be a recurring method for you. So where everyone's telling you to add video, to sum it up from a value standpoint, video is outperforming images across all media we consume 2-to-1 on video right now. It's only getting worse, especially with short form, digestible forms of content, right? You can leverage those images to create those versions of short form video technology that's out there today. So I don't know if we have to go full outsource. But I would challenge you to think about what the value on recurring revenue is, images versus video, because I would push back on you and say that a recurring revenue model has a baseline in video, not in images. So
we're gonna be pushing each other because I'm gonna push back on you too. No, but that's valuable. Like I said, I can't speak highly educated on that part because it's not a part of my business yet. I will be there, and I would love to have that conversation later. But just in my research and passing, I've heard that conversation from other photographers based on why they chose photography over video, and they went this way due to how much money they were making on the roads.
I would love to introduce you to a partner of mine, not a brand that I run. They're called Consume Media. They've been in business for about 10 years. They started off in still images and moved their way into video.
Nice.
And when they talk about how they've grown their particular business, it started off very project-based, image-focused. That was recurring because customers would come back, but it was still cyclical. How they were able to sell to those same customers outside of those cycles was through video. So think of taking a $100 customer, making him a $150 customer in that same basis. That's what I would just tell you.
And I would love that referral too.
Leo's awesome. Leo's amazing. I'll introduce you to.
Okay.
There's a triage to that too, right? And what he's talking about requires planning, and it requires preparation. And yes, you can do it, but there's more steps to it than that.
Yeah.
So it's not quite that simple. But yeah, go ahead.
I just want to thank you guys. Got some amazing feedback. And I definitely take to heart everything that everybody said today. And I will, hopefully, I don't know if y'all let people come back a third time in 6 months, but I like updating. I like building relationships. So definitely connect with me and let's build together. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Make sure we get a photo.
Oh yeah. That's kind of important, huh?
Yeah. Before we go, we're already like really late here, but I see Yanni. You want to say something?
Yeah. Stranger Things is coming out, and we have Devin here, who's the makeup artist for this series. So you know, you guys, you have an artist.
Makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, Season 5. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You got to make those kids look younger than they must really be.
I feel like this was about the two of us.
It was. Definitely was.
The first word.
We just started. I just really.